Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Dog Story Tournament. I'm your everyday speedrunner, I'll be commentating this race. And for now we have the0nlykyd against SilentMotorBoat. I'm looking forward to this match. We're probably gonna see great things from both runners. As we're now waiting for the sign for them to start. Kinda got there last minute, so I'm trying to figure a few things out about the runners. Let's see if we can fight their PBs real quick. Doesn't look like SilentMotorBoat has a PB already on this category. At least I couldn't find one on Speedruns Live or speedrun.com, I should say. As for Kid, alright, it looks like we're going to start any minute. See if we can pull up Kid's PB real quick. Oh, they're starting already, looks like, or they're not. Ah, yes they are. Alright, cool. Looks like we have some minor audio problems, trying to fix that. Alright, let me check. Alright, there's a small audio problem, but that shouldn't matter. We're getting into, well, we're not getting into, we're already in Iron Gate, which is the first level of the Dark Story category. As we see, Kid is now using the ring route. The ring route allows us to get a speed upgrade, temporary speed upgrade, I should say. With that, he will, as he passes through this checkpoint, he will get a speed boost, which is optimally 1 minute, 1 second faster, I believe, versus an optimal non-ring route strategy. Skid is almost at the end of Iron Gate, where he finished up with a time of 2:05, which is fairly decent. Looks like we have a small bit of desync between the streams. Oh wait, it's just, oh no, that was on my end, it's my bad. I missed SilentMotorBoat's death, and oh, he also misses to squeeze through that door. That's unfortunate. As Kid is now entering the hotshot fight, first boss fight, and also the first time we see Shadow. As you see, it's fairly easy. We just have to hit the cockpit a couple of times. But for the last hit, he will jump on these boxes and last hit like that, just to make sure the death animation is faster. See Hotshot has a faster death animation if he's in the air versus when he's on the ground. And SilentMotorBoat finishes up Iron Gate with a time of 2:15, I believe. This kid is now in the first roost stage. Gets a bit of an unfortunate piece, I would say. His first piece, Protect of the Jar. He has to climb all the way up there, which will cost him a little bit of time. But it's not the worst first piece. You can check for some other free pieces right now. And for the stone face, that's decent. That's very decent. And for people who are wondering what's up audio, we're working on it. Alright, and now let's see what Kid's third piece will be. Under 8 and that's a very good piece. Yes, it looks like a time of 45-46 seconds. That's fairly decent. Nothing to scoff at. This motherboard it gets huge screen. That's better than Kid's piece, first piece. He still has to climb up, but not all the way up. There it is already. Has some trouble getting it, but that's not a problem. Kid will now be in Sand Ocean, which is I would say one of the most difficult levels of this run. It's very tight, very precise jumping. You just saw him reset, just so he could manipulate the cycles a little bit, so the cycles will line up better. Because this stage is all based on cycles. Jumps. Alright, it looks like SilentMotorBoat is also finished up with Tri Lagoon with a time of 1:06. It's pretty good. Looks like Kid is flying through it, and oh, he barely misses. That's unfortunate. Because these jumps can be very precise, up to almost frame perfect. Alright, he gets it second try. Still ahead. SilentMotorBoat also takes a death early on. Very unfortunate. So that first jump, it's pretty precise. So the music we're hearing right now is not the original music from the level. Sounds like Kid is using some custom music, which is totally allowed. Just doesn't gain or lose any time. Hopefully. Let's see if we get this quick strategy. What we're gonna do is get damaged by the pillar and land and get warped on top of it, which will skip having him to walk around all of it. Alright, let's finish up with a time of 2:30. It's pretty nice.
That was too close.
Let's see how SilentMotorBoat will do this. He plays it a little bit more safe. I can respect that. In the meantime, I did find some of the PBs. Kid is now in Vertical Highway, which is the first real shadow stage. I would say the hardest part of the run is now over. Got it. The toughest part has been done. Iron Gate, SilentMotorBoat not a death, so that's unfortunate. But the hardest stage has been on. Sand Ocean, got past it relative ease. Alright. Pulled up real quick. Kid got a PB in this category of in-game time of 33 minutes and 27 seconds. And you just saw he missed those rails, which is well, quite common because rails have pretty terrible hitboxes. Can screw you over. The warning, yes, that jet is always that slow there. Pretty weird. It's not the only place, not the only level in the game where you have a slow jet like that. I don't know if he tried to skip that loop. It looked like it. We just played it safe and went through it. Missed the pole swing as well. Motorboat is almost done with Sand Ocean. So I see there's some questions about the difference between Dark Story and Hero Story. I think I can go into that a little bit. Yeah, there are no really big skips in Dark Story, I would say.
That wasn't so hard.
It's more about execution of movement and smaller skips. Of course, there are some big ones, but they aren't relatively difficult to pull off compared to City Escape skip in Hero Story or Crazy Gadget skip or skip.
This is Rouge. I've located Eggman's
As Kid is now in Headquarters, which is the second Rouge stage.
I hate to say it.
And we'll also see the first upgrade of Rouge, be the drill heels, if I believe they're called. It's on a yellow head. That's a very good first piece. So right up here. There we go. This is where you first landed. The other way around, but he doesn't need the upgrades to get it because it's buried underground. There it is. Tell that's not a great piece. Wouldn't say it's truly terrible either. If you know where it is, you can get it relatively quick. But you just need it just at the other side of the map compared to where it was. And it looks like SilentMotorBoat took a game over there, but it's very unfortunate.
It's gotta be close.
Yes. Alright, he finished up with a time of 1:06 it is. Don't see it on a small timer. Yeah, 1:06. I would take it in a race any day.
Like me?
And it looks like that. In the meantime, I could not find a PB in this category from SilentMotorBoat.
The central control room that Shadow mentioned before he left.
Which is a little bit unfortunate, but it doesn't matter. Maybe just only practice this game offline is what I do all the time. This kid is now in Lost Colony. Lost Colony, I would say it's an easy stage. Get your breathe there. You can think, alright, that's the hardest part of the run now. Now I just need to focus and collect my breath. As Motorboat is having a little bit of trouble to get on the... Let's see what he's going to do. trying to get on the rail. He's not getting it. No, he's gonna do it. Alright. It's got the hover upgrade, which allows Eggman to hover in midair. You press jump again in midair. There was also allow him to hover jump, which you will show here. Hover jumping is where you jump as soon, start hovering as soon as you jump. And the more frame perfect you do that, the more height you gain out of it. Which allows us to do some really interesting tricks in some later stages. Especially in the next stage. And this trick, let's see if he gets it. He does get it. That jump can be tricky, since the side of that platform isn't solid. And I've gone off my ass off what would take another step. Yeah, again unfortunate, but he does get that small looping skip. As Kid is now in the auto-scroller section. If you look to the left of him, you'll soon see Big the Cat, or I missed it already. Alright, Motorboat also finished up. Shoutouts to Big the Cat, yes, shoutouts to Big the Cat. The text was blocking it, but it was sure was there. Motorboat finished up at a time of 2:34. With that, I can respect that. Still powering through this, and I see SilentMotorBoat isn't using the emblem skip glitch. It's a recent glitch we found recently. It's where we skip the emblem cutscene, the small cutscene where you see the emblem counter go up by 1 every time you finish a stage.
That was too close.
Or finish a boss fight. So you skip that. It's done pretty easily. I think that Motorboat has a pretty nice first piece. This is for story mode. For story mode is this a very good first piece. You have to be in the blue room already to get the upgrade. This kid's now in. It's now in weapons pad, which will show how. Will show the hover jump to great effect. Normally we would need an upgrade to break the metal boxes to get to this part. Would need the big cannon upgrade, but we don't get it, since we can just jump over, and this is the only stage where they have made it a mechanic to break those boxes. In later stages, it's not really seen anymore, or at all. Motorboat got a pretty good first and second piece. I did not get his third piece. In the green room. Could he also be Chip Patel? No, it's Path of Flame. Path of Flame. Time of 1:16. That's very respectable. Very nice. That kid is taking his time to do those hover jumps. He knows how important they are. Small bump there, unfortunate. Motorboat now also in Lost Colony, he can also breathe now. P2 has now done 50% of the roost stages, since there are only 4. 4 where you need to go treasure hunting. Now finishing up the stage with a time of 1 minute and 50 seconds. I would take that in a race. I would definitely take it in a race.
That was too close.
Alright, and Motorboat is now also getting the hover upgrade. And Kid is now in the Tails 1 fight. Tails 1 fight is easier than the Eggman one fight from Hero Story. So you can run straight at him, shoot him move out of the way again, and do that again. And she finished up with a time of 15 seconds.
Better luck next time.
Just fairly good. See if Motorboat goes for this jump. He goes the safe route, going up on the platform, and he almost died, but he managed to save it. Points for that. He gets points for that. Alright, Kid is now in
5 minutes should be plenty. Here I go.
this stage, and this stage is complete. Because this stage works with a gimmick mechanic that you have these safes in the wall. You can only have open one color at a time. Normally we would keep the yellow safes open, and by opening a safe is simply going into that stage and opening up the button and exiting out of the stage again. Don't know which color he has open. Ooh, he takes a death. Unfortunately, could not kill the enemy. Lonely at work. It's an alright piece. Let's see if he knows where it is. He does know where it is. Two colored containers. This can be multiple pieces. Alright, Motorboat is also finishing up with a time of 2:35. Looks like he has to go up top again. But it will at least mean he can only have one safe piece, which is really nice. Only one safe piece. You can have 0 of them with very good RNG. One next to it is empty, who is probably he probably has his spreadsheet open with the hints. Just checking them, see what he has to open up. Looks like he already has the right safe open. That one, no, not that one as well. This one lower. Yes, that one. He does not have yellow open. That's unfortunate. He's going to. Yes. Going to open up yellow now. All right. Okay, now finishing up with a time of 1:52. This stage can be quite terrible when it comes to RNG. It can make a difference between 1 minute
How is that? Perfect.
and
Like me?
2.5 minutes. If you have to keep opening up safes and looking what save it is exactly. Kid is now entering the flying dog fight.
I've come this far
Flying dog
just to fail.
is an easy fight if you know how to manipulate it. It looks like Motorboat cut the satellite jump. It's very nice. It's quite a precise jump. Got the first hit off by Spiral kicking up, now flying into it. Very good. Let's see if he gets it. He does get it. He does get him a nip. It's very nice. Doesn't look like he can get a second hit off.
Not bad, huh? I'm pretty strong, all
I
right.
want to give a quick shout out to the jiggle physics on Rouge's ears. Those are magnificent. Really make this game stand apart. The kid is now in white jungle. Motorboat is having... Ooh, he's having trouble. Couldn't see how he died there. It looks like Tails was on 0 health. But took the death. Has to do it over again. Doesn't look like he knows the strategies. Fast strategies it is. Alright, he gets it now. And Taco Guy, to answer your question from chat, it probably is. Let's see what pieces Motorboat gets. Alright, let's see what its first piece will be. It kills that enemy to check for the free piece. 2 containers facing each other. That's a pretty nice first piece. I mean, it can mean multiple different pieces all throughout the bottom section of the stage. Looks like he needs to search a little up a little bit higher. Got it. So the second piece is a cold box. Oh, and so he takes death there. Fairly unfortunate. But it looks like he died close to a checkpoint. That's nice. He's not going for the mini wall run to skip that loop. It only saves a few seconds, I believe. If you fail it in only time, so he's going for the safe route, and I can respect that. It looks like Motorboat got the one you can't see but can't get. Through the loop, very nice. And Motorboat also rounds up with a time of 1 minute 20 seconds. Very, very nice. And it is also rounding up by Jungle with a time of 1:49. Everything under 1 minute 50 I would take in a race. And let's see how Motorboat is going to do Flying Dog, as Kid is now into Sonic 1. Alright. Looks like Motorboat is not going for the manipulation strategy.
Hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake hedgehog around here.
Let's enjoy the cutscene for a moment.
Comparing yourself to me? Huh? You're not even good enough
I'll
to
make
be
you eat
my
those
friend.
words.
Let's see what strategy Kid is going to use. He's probably going to use the storage strategy.
Real Sonic.
He's probably going to show up. Ooh, he missed it.
Bring it on.
Trying to save himself from not falling off into the water. Alright, 21 seconds. It's unfortunate. If he got the storage strategy, he would have gotten a probably 12 or 13 seconds. Sonic 1 fight. But he didn't die. That's always good. This kid is now going into Route 280. Route 280 is the kart racing level from Dark Story. It's not, I would say it's an auto-scroller, almost, because it's not a very interesting stage to play. You do have to focus on what you're doing. Because as you see, Kid is now using a technique called snaking. It's where he is constantly drifting to remove his deceleration cap. Normally there's a cap on how fast we can go, and if we use boost we can temporarily go faster, or if you go downhill. By drifting we remove that cap, so we can keep our speed, our boost speed, and our downward speed, downhill speed. Bumping into the wall and into cars or going uphill does cost you a little bit of speed. Bumping into the wall too hard will make you spin out, which is what we really don't want, of course. Sonic Motorboat has a little bit of trouble getting the wall run, but he does get it with barely enough height. Just have to make sure he doesn't die there. Get all It's going for a little bit of style points by playing close to the edge. There is a timer on this stage, on Route 280, also on by jungle. But I wouldn't say the timer really matters in those stages. If you know what you're doing, get through there easily. My jungle has a time of 10 minutes. And I don't know anyone that ever has ran out of time playing it casually, playing mission 1. See, SilentMotorBoat ends up at a time of 2:21. I think he takes it. So as a kid, I did have some trouble with that roof stage. Security all sit. I didn't know what to do with the hints, and I ran out of time. So with most of the treasure hunting stages, I brute forced it, like I think a lot of people did when they were younger. They didn't understand hints or didn't speak English. So I remember being stuck on that level, on that stage for quite a long time. I think most of you can remember that as well. Let's see. SilentMotorBoat wanted to go for the storage strategy. Kid is now done with Route 280. I missed what time we got. Got a 3:01. Everything, I would say that's a good time, because everything under 3 minutes is quite nice. You got a 3:01. I would still take it. Alright, SilentMotorBoat slowly creeping up
They're in that blue plane. Spotted at 11
to
o'clock.
Kid.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
Maybe it might look like Motorboats this run is completely dead, but can still win. Kid if he plays good from here on out, can still make a pretty good chance. Kid is now in Skyrail. Skyrail is the shortest shadow stage in the game. You see he's jumping over these pumpkin heads, which essentially skips half the stage. Ooh, I saw Motorboat get a spin out. He hit the wall too hard. The wall can be tricky if you go too fast there. He almost had enough speed to make it up there, but he has to take the normal route, took the wrong rail. But he finished up at a time of 54 seconds, which I can respect. It's a very nice time. Everything under a minute is good for a race.
So hard.
SilentMotorBoat spins out again, but he uses the boost to get back to full speed again. This kid is now in the egg golem fight. Optimally in this fight, he wants to hit the arms, because you do the most damage on the arms. You can only damage him or expose these bombs in his chest. You can only do that by using those normal gunshots. And to kill it, we need to destroy all 3 bombs, as you saw. Let's see, is the kid going for these style points? He is. Yes, he died on the same moment as the boss fight was finished, which allows him to get control in the victory screen. Doesn't gain or lose any time, it just looks funny. Some style points for that. So now into Mad Space. Mad Space is the last roof stage. He gets blue light balcony. He's going for it. I think he is. It's not a good first piece. He has to travel all the way up to the top of the stage. He did try to skip this planet, skip getting this upgrade for now. Now you get the more powerful kick, which can break open iron containers. There is a way to trigger that button, and trigger the button that is in that box. You can trigger it from outside of the box without breaking it, but it's pretty precisely quite a bit of speed to squeeze your hitbox through the box, and but barely enough to hit it, but it's possible. Now making his way up. And something that also happened in this game is quite a bit of hints got lost in translation from Japanese to English. This is one of them, because the hint was blue light balcony. Starts under a roof. Let's see if he knows what it is. It does look like. That's what I was saying. Some of the hints, like blue light balcony, is one of those hints that got lost in translation. Huge paperweight. That's a pretty nice piece. Not from this location, because you first need to get off this planet. Gravity on this planet is pretty harsh. This is going the right direction. But almost failed that jump. Does he get it? He gets it. He gets on top of the church. There it is. There's a big paperweight. It's buried underneath that ring you see. Gets it? He gets it. It can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Alright. Motorboat is also getting towards the end of Skyrail. Looks like he will finish with a time above a minute. Barely. 1 minute, almost 1 minute flat. Can still respect that. Still pretty good. Now Kid is going into the Knuckles fight. The Knuckles fight is pretty easy. You need to all you need to do is spam dive kick, not dive, yeah, dive kicks. Dive kicks they're called. And hold the direction and hold forward into Knuckles. See what time he gets, or maybe he's going for a different strategy. He's not going to get a ring. Did get tipped to death there. That's very unfortunate. Motorboat is now in egg column. Oh, it dies again. Motorboat is having a little bit of trouble with egg column. Kid now wants to. All he wants to do is beat Knuckles under 20 seconds, because at the 20-second mark the floor opens and lava gets exposed, but the hot air blows you everywhere, and you can't find, most of the time you can't find Knuckles, and he's just attacking you with his special attacks. Now Kid is getting into Cosmic Wall. I'm curious what strategy he's going to use in Cosmic Wall. There are a few skips, all in the same area. I saw Motorboat's first hit, he got dangerous wooden box. He gets speed juiced, a little bit of luck. Let's see if he gets any use out of those. Ooh, Kid has a little bit of trouble staying on the platforms. Those pyramids can be quite annoying. Also, he makes sure to kill those 3 enemies. They can be very, very annoying. Let's see. They missed the hint Motorboat got. Blue light balcony. Alright. Again, you see blue light balcony again, but it's not the same piece Kid got. It's in the same area. It's also not on a blue light balcony. I think Kid is not opting to go for tower skip. I can respect that. It's a very hard skip. He's going for skip or for the normal skip or for a Russian skip. Looks like I'm still go for both. Kid, Kid in a Silent Motorboat, he's found the last piece. Time of 1:35. Respectable, very respectable. And looks like Kid will be going for Russian skip, so we'll be seeing this for a couple of minutes. For at least 2 more minutes now. As he's now dodging kill planes to fly towards the end of the stage. It is faster to do a auto strategy where you skip the first roller coaster section, if you call them, and play the rest of the stage normal, because the last roller coaster is faster, but it's not much faster, maybe a couple of seconds, and it's very hard to do optimal. And Motorboat is now also at the Knuckles fight, and he took a death there, which is unfortunate. Let's see what he's going to do now. He's going to grab a ring for safety. Now going to spam those dive kicks. Yes, he got it for the time of 15 seconds. It's very nice. Don't know what's the fastest possible time there. I once got a high 13 seconds. I've seen also people in the tournament getting low 14 seconds. So they're now both in Cosmic Wall. It is slowly but surely getting towards the end of the stage. Also curious on what strategy Motorboat will be using. He's going, just maybe he'll be going for tower skip. If he gets it successfully, he will be the first in the tournament to get it successfully. So Ethmar almost get it, but he clipped in bounds again. Same happened yesterday with AGGF. But he had the same mistake. Alright, looks like it will be eventual, but it's a time of 4:10, which is a very nice time. It's a bit boring just flying through space for a bit.
That was too
Normally, if I'm doing runs, I mostly check my phone, read chat a little bit. You can breathe. You could take a breathe. Technically, you could tape down the controller in the right position and go to the toilet. Right, Motorboat is also coming up on the skip. He does get in position. As Kid is now in the Tails 2 fight. Tails 2 can be quite dangerous if you're not careful. It's more dangerous than the Tails 1 fight. Tails now has upgrades. Looks like Silent Motorboat is going for Russian skip. It's also going to fly through space for a bit. Yes, that. I was talking about that upgrade. Because that upgrade is very dangerous. You only need 3 hits from that cannon to die from full health, if you're full health. Maybe 4. He takes it, but he got it quite easily with a time of 24 seconds. In the race, I would take that anytime. He's now in final chase. Final chase is the last stage. We'll see. Get that? Does get that. Barely. He opts to not go for it. What Kid now just did was a... I don't really know what they're called. But he did in this game you have 60 hover frames. Normally, if you jump, and by doing a very short hop, and pausing at the height of the jump, at the height of the hop. As you saw here, he pauses and unpauses with A and keeps holding A. Get some of those hover frames back and get just a bit more distance out of his jumps. And get the rest of the 60 frames. Also, I think I should explain these gravity tubes. You see kids now running up against. They can be awful. You can screw you over really fast. If you're not careful. Even if you are careful, you can bounce off them. Let's see what strategy he's going to use. He's going not for the mini skip. Going for the even smaller skip. He doesn't get it. See if he goes. Oh no, he has decided up here. I was mistaken. What he's going to do now, he's going to manipulate his gravity, so he will be pulled towards a different point. He won't be pulled directly down. You see him, he skipped a little bit of time. Doing this with a different stretch, doing the same thing from a different point, will save up to 5 seconds when both sets done optimally. Looks like he got on the wrong trail, on the wrong rail, and he has to go through the slower section of this level. Motorboat is now also in the Tails 1 or the Tails 2 fight. Let's see if he can get, he doesn't die, that's very nice. And Motorboat, he got a time of 19 seconds on Tails 2, that's very nice. Everything under 20 seconds I would definitely take. Everything on 25 I would also be very happy with. And Kitty doesn't go for the he does go for the old school strat, which is the safest right now. The other strategies we have
Here we go.
are a bit more risky, so she's opting to play it safe. Motorboat does play it
Maybe
more
I didn't
safe
try
that
hard
part.
enough.
Doesn't go for the long jump. Let's see if he goes for this strategy. No, he doesn't go for the. Right, the kid is now into Sonic 2, the last fight of the game.
Time for me to finish this.
It's a rhythm-based strategy we probably use.
Well done, Faker.
Let's see, we'll probably finish up with a time of. Ooh, he's having a little bit of trouble on the last hit.
I'll use your chaos control.
Alright,
I'm not done with you yet.
going for the save hit, and that's it.
I told you.
Kid finished up with a time of 64 minutes and 17 seconds. Congratulations, Kid, on your victory.
The glorious era of the Empire of Eggman.
Ooh, Simon does hit that rail a little bit back. Let's see if he goes for the strategy. He is going for the strategy. See if he gets it. Runs into the wall. Keeps his gravity. No, his gravity. He loses it. That means he will die there. That's unfortunate. Let's see if he goes for it again. He fails again. Very unfortunate. Shoutouts to Big the Cat. Wise words of Kid. Motorboat again fails it for a third time. Fails to keep his gravity there. He's now in his last life. See how he's going to do. What he's going to do. He's going to try it again for fourth time. Fourth time's the charm, right? Get it? Did he get it? He keeps his gravity. It's still looking nice. Looks like he's getting it. And he does get it. Very nice. That's the most optimal strategy there, as of we know of right now. Alright, Motorboat now done with a time of 2:56. Very nice. Very nice. Looks like Kid started off with a pretty nice. He started off pretty nice, telling us it's actually a bad run. I do not agree. Let's see how Motorboat will do on the Sonic 2 fight now. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble. Takes another death. It's quite unfortunate. Again, shoutouts to Big the Cat, most important character from the game, of course. He wasn't in there, but he was in our hearts. For those who don't know, Big the Cat is a character from Sonic Adventure 1. See, one more hit. Motorboat just needs one more hit. Gets it. Doesn't have it yet. Ooh, he takes another death. That's very unfortunate. He's still powering through, which I can, of course, respect. Alright. I still believe in Silent Motorboat can take out Sonic. Alright, Motorboat, one more hit, you've got it. Last hit can be quite difficult, and he gets it. Silent Motorboat now also finished. He finished with a time of 53:04. I want to say congratulations to both our runners. See if we can get them in there. Motorboat is going to City Escape now. Maybe he's trying to show off the City Escape skip. I messaged both our runners if they're up for a small interview. I sure hope they are. I would love to talk to them for a little bit. And what about he did get City Escape skip first try, which is very nice. This was a hero story race. Oh, look at that kid. He says shoutouts to SilentMotorBoat. So I want to give a shoutout to our runners as well. They both played really well. And Kid Texans for watching, which is also very nice of him. Extensive passing, invalid. Alright, does not look like we can have our runners don't want an interview. That's alright. Then I'll just close things off by again giving a big thank you to our runners. Big shout out to both of them. To the the0nlykyd and SilentMotorBoat. Drop these two a follow. They're both really great runners. SilentMotorBoat had a bit of a tough day. The kids showed us some excellent gameplay. I can assure you, Motorboat is also capable of the same gameplay. He just had a rough day. We all have one every now and then. But with that, I want to say thank you all for watching. I'm your everyday speedrunner. You can find me at twitch.tv/youreverydayspeedrunner. All one word. And I think I will see you guys soon again. I want to check the schedule real quick when the next race is. The next race is this Friday at 1 PM Eastern Time. So I'll see you guys then again. I want to thank everybody for watching. Drop a follow to our racers and have a good day.